31 abroad 海外にhe is a expensive 高価な adult 大人 market 市場 consumer 消費者 barely かろうじてearn 稼ぐ fashionable 流行の side job アルバイト副業When I return from abroad every other year, I am impressed with the wealth of Japan. When I return from abroad every other year, every other なんちゃらはなんちゃらおきに1年 every other year は1年おきですね。で every 2 days とか2 months とか2 years とかは2日ごとに2ヶ月ごとに2年ごとにという意味ですね。I am impressed with the wealth of Japan. be impressed with は感銘を受けるとかですね。I am impressed with the wealth of Japan. Especially, I get this impression from the young people of Japan. I get this impression from the young people of Japan. In the first place, they wear nice clothes and fashion instead of wearing jeans with holes in the knees and worn-out t-shirts. In the first place, これは in the first place はまずっていう意味で They wear nice clothes and fashion. In fashion は流行のinstead of wearing jeans with holes in the knees and worn out t-shirts. Worn out は擦り切れたという意味ですね。It appears to me that their handbags and watches are no less expensive than those of adults. It appears to me that っていうのはなんちゃらのように見える。Their handbags and watches are no less expensive than those of adults. Those っていうのは handbags and watches ですね。In Japan, there is a market for young people. There is a market for young people. It is not limited to clothing only. It also applies to leisure activities. Applies to は当てはまる。Leisure activities. It is not too much to say that even the universities are markets for young people. It is not too much to say that even the university are markets for young people. What country in the West is able to do business with only young people in view as consumers? in views っていうのは視野に入れてという意味ですね。What country in the West is able to do business with only young people in view as consumers? Most of the young people in the West are barely making both ends meet. Make both ends meet っていうのは収支を合わせる Most of the young people in the West are barely making both ends meet. At the age of 18, they live apart from their parents and stand on their own feet. At the age of 18, they live apart from their parents, and stand on their own feet. Stand on one's own feet は自立するという意味ですね。Not a few students work their way through college. Work one's way これはどこどこを苦労して進むっていう意味で、ここが through college とかじゃなくても in the desert だったら砂漠を苦労して進むみたいな感じになる。work their way through college は働きながら何々を出るから働きながら大学を出るということですね。They must earn money for bread to live on. They must earn money for bread to live on. To live on は bread にかかっていて、live on はなんちゃらを常食とするって言ったり、なんちゃらで暮らすという意味ですね。住んでいくためのパンっていうことですね。For them, such things as skiing in the Alps and wearing fashionable clothes are out of the question. For them, such things as skiing in the Alps and wearing fashionable clothes are out of the question. Those who have side jobs are the lucky ones, for most young people are out of work. Those who have side jobs are the lucky ones, for というのも most young people are out of work. 仕事がない。out of the question は論外っていうことですね。If Japanese parents were to stop giving money to their children, what would become of them? Japanese parents were to stop giving money to their children, what would become of them? Okay. When I return from abroad every other year, I am impressed with the wealth of Japan. Especially, I get this impression from the young people of Japan. In the first place, they wear nice clothes and fashion instead of wearing jeans with holes in the knees and worn-out t-shirts. It appears to me that their handbags and watches are no less expensive than those of adults. In Japan, there is a market for young people. It is not limited to clothing only. It also applies to leisure activities. It is not too much to say that even the universities are markets for young people. What country in the West is able to do business with only young people and view as consumers? Most of the young people in the West are barely making both ends meet. At the age of 18, they live apart from their parents and stand on their own feet. Not a few students work their way through college. They must earn money for bread to live on. For them, such things as skiing in the Alps and wearing fashionable clothes are out of the question. Those who have side jobs are the lucky ones, for most young people are out of work. If Japanese parents were to stop giving money to their children, what will become of them?